It is on. I don't know how. I have no idea how it's on, but it is. So we're going to do this. So I'm on. Let's zoom in so you can see what we could do in here. And this is the teletype that we're going to be working with today. That didn't work. Okay, we'll reset that in a second. I'm logged in. Let's see if it actually connects to the internet. And I think it does. So we're connected to the internet using my phone because the Wi-Fi is kind of borked and well, yeah. Okay. Let's tweet that. So yeah, they're rescued by the Wi-Fi hotspot, which is pretty amazing. So we can check out some changes that I checked in just recently. Hey Russ, good to see you. And yes, I have something that I'll show in just 1 second that arrived in the mail today, which I'm super pleased with. And yeah. So the mystery, the mystery here is like when the Wi-Fi is broken, then okay, I could connect my laptop to my phone, but then I have to connect the teletype to my phone as well. So I have 1969 Teletype Model 33 connected to my phone hotspot via a Raspberry Pi style supercomputer that's running Debian. That's going to be my bridge to the world, and the host, the real host of this show, the invisible host of this show. Okay, I have a real internet connection. Oh, let's hope it works. Now, my plan for today is to do more of the same. Whatever seems interesting. The thing that I've been working on in the last exactly 110 board. It's the streaming that is going to kill us. The I/O is limited, but that's the way it should be. I/O devices are supposed to be like this, noisy, and standardized around ASCII. There's actually, it looks like there's more in the Git repo changes than I'd anticipated. I think I suddenly remember, like I checked in a whole bunch of stuff. While it's checking all of that out, I can show you some of it, which is this that I'm so pleased with. So I've got this little punchtape Python script that produces patterns on tape, the way you do, and so it can print nice patterns, but because it's going to print nice patterns, well, why not print them in, not just in binary to dump to the teletype punch, but let's do them in SVG as well. So I decided that would be a great idea, and I hacked around on it, and it actually only took a few minutes to do. SVG is fairly straightforward, or at least the way that I'm doing it here is fairly straightforward. And oh ho, so we're there. Yeah, so this pattern file, which you probably can't see, I'll zoom in a little bit, now has a --svg option, and this invaders.svg is on the up on the GitHub now. I can't get the teletype to display SVG however hard I try, but I have a nefarious plan to use SVG for laser cutting on the Glowforge cutter that we have sitting around at the back of the makerspace. And if I can do that, I can take like how does this work? I can take something that says like pattern invaders --svg, and then here's that a.svg file that I was looking at in the browser. Let's refresh, and it's Space Invaders. Yay! And so that's nice. And there's all sorts of patterns. I think pattern --list basically lists the contents of the directory that has the patterns in it. So I can say pattern, which is a good one, skulls. Skulls is definitely a good one by my memory, and it looks like this. And then you can like do enormous lengths of them. But if I can laser cut these, I can cut them onto tile. Because Casey and Ted were playing with that at the weekend, and there's a thing that they posted up on the blog, wherever. If I can find the blog, I'll show you it. And they posted a thing on the blog with a picture of a laser cut tile, and I thought, yes, I know what I want to laser cut onto these things. I can do that. So, how do I find the blog, Ted? I just go to the homepage. Is there is the blog on the homepage?
The homepage?
Yeah.
Of the website?
Yeah.
Scroll down about 2/3 of the
Oh, got it. The Shop Diary Memorial Weekend. There we are. Up on thebrickyard.org, which is where this thing lives. So Ted's working on this robotic easel that he's constructing, and various pieces of shop tools. And look at that. Casey did a tile, which is pretty awesome. So I want to put skulls and Space Invaders and ribbon text onto tiles.
The laser cutter uses straight Illustrator.
Yeah. This is producing SVG now, which is the closest thing. It's like I could do.
I think it can use SVG files.
Yeah. Through like Inkscape and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully we'll see that once I'm trained. I'm not trained yet, so I've got to figure that out. Alright, the other tape-related item that arrived in the mail today is that. How beautiful is that? I think we should actually install it. Because the existing tape is yellow. And it's not even bright canary yellow, it's just like yellow. So if I turn this on and punch it out, let's get some punch that until it comes out. Okay. Then we've got, it's not, it's just like yellow, but it's nice. And it smells a little oily, and it's actually pink in the runoff piece in the middle. I guess we haven't ever got there yet. Whereas the pink it's blue in the middle, which is even nicer. So this arrived. Unfortunately, it has a little water damage from sitting out in the rain. but that's not Russ's fault at all. That's the mailing, and it smells kind of musty. It smells distinctly musty. It doesn't really smell oiled, which I'm a little surprised at. And it has a label that says Frieden Business Systems Tape Talk, which I think is pretty cool. Alright, let's hit the release button, put that in there. And we are now punching. Hopefully. Let's just check that it runs freely. Alright. Well, that seems to be working. It's punching pink. Let's see how it works. Atom, skull. Through my phone. I'm on my hotspot, which seems to be working just fine. Yeah, it's definitely it has a mildewy has a mildewy smell to it. So that is pink skulls. You can't really see them very clearly. It needs to get against a dark background or something. But it has this label on the front of it, Frieden Business Systems Tape Talk, which is kind of nice. That's okay. And then you turn it over and you can't really see that at all. And then we have super pink punch tape material. So yeah. If you go to my Etsy store and decide you want to buy some punch tape, then decide what colour it goes with, and you'll get pink as well. So I'm going to leave it pink. This is really cool. Thank you, Russ. I'm going to mail yours out probably tomorrow. I have it packed in a box. I just haven't addressed it yet. So we'll push that out when we get there. All right. So that's awesome. We've got some punch tape. The next thing that I was gonna do was let's dial this in a bit closer. Let's go zoom. Zoom like that. How about that? That looks about right. That looks about right. Yeah, the next thing I was going to do was to check in with some more bot stuff with this natural language GPT-2 bot. Okay, so we did this. We did that. Oh yeah, and then the next thing is a separate version of the Twitch bot for AWS. So follow my thinking here, see if it makes sense. We've got this Twitch bot that'll join the Twitch channel, and it'll respond to all sorts of things. So there's a bell command, and it'll just echo whatever's printing here. But the other thing that it does is this pling GPT-2 command that talks to a web service that does the machine learning piece. So that's great. But I want, when it prints out its machine learning stuff, I want it to identify as a bot and not as me. Because right now it's logging in as me and it's behaving like TwitchBot. So if I split it and actually run two instances, one as me for interactive stuff and then one as the bot, then that'll solve that problem. And then why not actually run the one that's running as the bot up in Amazon, up in the cloud? So there's my thinking. So I think that is totally worth doing, because I can like split it off into a separate into a separate Python script and run it with a different identity and cut down the set of commands that it's going to listen to. So that's my plan. So let's start the plan. I'm on Amazon. I'm going to start up this this instance up here, and yes, start. That's running. What's it running? It's a GPU-based machine, and it's got this natural language thing on it. Okay, Russ has helpfully sent us a link to... A whole teletype! A whole teletype with... It's a Model 33 with 4 rows of keys and a dialer. Wow! And a really good looking plinth that's in decent condition. Oh, that's pretty exciting. Oh wow. Hey Ross, this is amazing. Nice. I love that. Alright. Yeah, most of a teletype. Hey, that's awesome. Is it running? Is it running? That's really, really awesome. Alright. My IP address. 3. Let's see if I can connect to my thing. I haven't had the courage to turn it on yet, waiting for new hammer thingies. Oh yeah. I hope you've got them on order, because if you need any, I've got a few I could just mail you. I could throw them in with the tape. Okay, let's get on to Amazon. Wayne is going to mail you some. Awesome, awesome, good, good, good. Okay, well, what's happening? Where's this Amazon machine? Where is this Amazon machine? Oh, it's just starting up. That's fine. Okay. So, here, yeah. What am I going to do here? Well, I'm going to connect to the same machine from my regular console here. 3.85, because I'm for sure I'm going to need this. And what have we got? We have all the Python stuff and nohup.out, which is the run from last time when I ran the web service. And okay, I could run. No. What's up with that? Web.sh or web comma. That's wrong. That's old. What I was thinking I might do actually is go check out a copy of this repo, because if I copy this repo onto my Amazon machine, then I can move stuff backwards and forwards without any big effort. There's all sorts of noises here. This is really cool. This is really good and unusual. So yeah, let's copy this repo because we're going to want it. And I'm actually going to work on the teletype, I guess, to do the editing because that's what we're here for. So we have an Amazon machine and it's running, and oh yeah, what I can do is here is I can Python web.py and okay, I think it's running. Yeah, so we have a web server that's running this this GPT-2 stuff, and then on here then this is wrong. So it's now got 3.85. Okay, so that's my current AWS IP, and if I go TwitchBot, it should be able to connect to it. Okay, let's try running pling GPT-2 from the chat line and see what happens. It's thinking about it. It hasn't crashed yet. Hopefully it's going to produce a little piece of text. So let's see. What am I going to do with this? Oh no, I need to turn on WordRap. Out of service indicator, except it chopped that. Anyway, that's a bug. Oh well. The station is downlight activated and is not in the answer back mode, as indicated by the white lamps. Okay, well, sure enough. Okay. Let's turn WordRap on. Okay, so that's where I want to be, but I want to run this. Happy birthday! And if you get the internet fixed, then, or if it turns back on, then just let me know because I could use some internet. Yeah. All right, what are we doing? Yeah. Okay. So I figure let's make a copy of this bot, and we'll just edit it. When we edit it, then we'll cut out the things we don't need, which is like most of it. And I think we should be able to cut out everything except the GPT-2 stuff. So let's do this the cheap and easy way, which is really just to cut out the commands that we're not using. So I'm going to cut out the bell command, which is lines 83 to 88. 83 to 88. Let's delete them. And I'm going to cut out the test command, which is 67 to 71. And I think that's it. That's enough. Yeah. So now we have a thing that just does GPT-2. Okay. And let's edit the TwitchBot version and delete lines 72 through 82. Okay, so that's great. So, oops, got my lines all run up. Okay. Let's use the -Q option to push, and then we can go on to the Amazon machine and check it out. But there's one other thing, and I'll switch to the browser so you see it. In here, I'm using environment variables, Twitch token, Twitch nick, and Twitch channel. And these, I want to have my nickname be ASR33 bot, and I want to have my token be some magical new token. So, we'll see how that goes. What am I going to do to get there? I'm gonna go and connect to this EC2 machine. What about Control P? Because Control P gets my previous line. And I don't want that, so I hit it again. Yeah, Emacs key bindings. Yeah, I could do that. Okay. Oh wow, it didn't even repeat the git thing. It's really smart. Let's hit that again. Okay, working through history. This is quite wonderful. I've not done this before, but I thought it should probably work. Let's go Control P. Yep, not that. Control P. Okay, and... Okay, not that. Hopefully this one. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not having cursor keys is quite a disadvantage sometimes. Anyway, working just fine. Even if it's a little laborious, that's the way things are. Okay. Come on, history. What is going on? Something is going on and I don't know what it is. But that's nothing unusual. Alright, there's the one I wanted. Beautiful. And of course the project checks out with uppercase name, so that's no use. So I'm going to go into my cheat mode terminal and rename it to lowercase ASR33 because otherwise I'm not going to get very far here. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, alright. Yeah, now I need to do all sorts of pip stuff to make this work properly. Yeah. I don't like my PS1, but I can't do uppercase, so I'm stuck with it. Unless I work really hard. And I'm not going to work really hard. So okay, pip. Is this all Python 3? It is. Okay, I have Python 3. Requests. Okay. Oh, that's good. I'm very pleased that Click is there. I hope the questions are there. But let's see. Get some packages installed on this thing. Right. And then I can run the bot. And then the way that I'm going to run the bot is like this. I'm going to do a little bit of surgery on this thing here. This is my .profile. That'll help with my console. That's probably better. Switch channel is 33SR. Switch NIC equals 33 ASR bot. So that's the nickname I'm going to log in as. And then I have a token, at least I hope I have a token. What's this one doing? It's installing ASCII. I don't even know if ASCII is like a separate package or not. So we'll see. Yeah. All right. Bear with me while I mess up some stuff. Alright, while that's still running, which is going to be a while, the thing here is, Twitch token is, is like colon some magic number. And I won't show you the magic number because otherwise you'll be able to impersonate my bot, which would be terrible. And so, while that's running, let's go try this thing. Here we are. Okay. Can I run it? I can't run it yet. Because it's still installing the Python packages. Well, it's getting there. It's installed PIC.io. It's installed ASCII.io. Everything else I think is already installed, is my guess. And I could even try it. No. Okay. Let's see. You could tell we haven't read all the manuals. At least I haven't. Re-impersonating the bot. You can tell. No, I think you could impersonate the bot once you read them all. I'm not sure that you want to. It's not a sensible goal in life, is it really? I want to pretend to be a bot. There's going to be enough bots pretending to be people. I don't think it works the other way around. Not the way we want. This thing is punching quite happily now. And I'm going to punch a little so that I can smell it. And I like the colour. Actually, I do like the colour. It's very nice and pink. And it smells musty but not really oily, which is interesting. Oh no, maybe there's a little oily in there. I think I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's assume that it is oily. And that's quite nice patterns too. This is like perfect for that. We're installing WebSockets. Okay, we're installing all sorts of Python things on my little Amazon environment. And yeah. Okay, we've only got like a page of trace that so far. Looking at the to-do list, I have short sentences. I think that's good enough. Although we'll maybe edit it and see what happens. Oh, yeah. The other thing I need to do for this bot is set that AWS IP, because down in here it says the GPT URL is AWS IP. So let's go do that. And I won't show you because it's too boring. AWS IP equals 127.0.0.1 because it's localhost. And I think that's where we want to go. Okay, so I've added that into here. Oh, well, close enough. I can just use hostname to check. Okay, I'm on the Amazon host. Alright. Okay, anyway. So tell me a story. Let's have this GPT-2 thing tell us some stories. But we have to prepare them to seed the text. Because it's going to take the last 5 lines of text as its prompt and go from there. And this thing is so clattering away. It's going to take forever. It's going to take forever. Okay. Guess what? Despite the printout not being finished, it has finished installing everything it needs. And we are up and running. So now, in theory, if I go... let's try it. Pling GPT-2, then it doesn't work. And what broke? Oh, my AWS IP must be not non-type. Okay. AWS IP is not set. Maybe I should just log out and log back in again. It's not set. I broke something. No, I set it in my .profile, but I don't want to show my .profile because it's got this secret in it. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened. Let's try it again. No. 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 Yeah, it should just load though. There it is. It shouldn't need to be executable, but I guess... no. Oh, maybe I've got some other profile that's getting in the way. My shell is bash. I've got a .bash profile and all of that stuff. Okay. And so it's expecting a .bash RC. Let's just explicitly load it from there, even though that's kind of stupid and might get me into a infinite loop. Nope, I'm good. Okay. Well, let's try running it now. This thing, meanwhile, is still installing bits of Python stuff. I load the profile. It's a fun profile. Let's say something chocolate. And let's see if the GPT-2 bot picks it up. Pling GPT-2. And I think it's working because it's just hanging. I should put a message so that we can see that it's doing something. Yes, it's doing something, and it's from 33 ASR bot. Okay, I think we're running. All right, we are in. And this printout is going to take forever. Okay. All right. So while we're on Amazon, what else do we need to do? I think that's it. I'm just going to run it. Because then I can log out of this thing. And we can go back here and wait for everything to finish. Wait for the print. It's like watching paint dry, isn't it? It's like code. Too much logging. I should have known better. Oh well, here we are. Okay, so this is reasonably fun. Chug, 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 chug. Chug, 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 chug. Alright, I wonder, can I do some dangerous disconnecting of things? Let's try it. I'm going to hold this over here so that you get the full audio experience. Teletyping all around. I don't remember what it was. But we're only halfway to 1.2 megabytes. So we could be another 10 minutes. We're in the microphone, so I can go and look at Vegas. This thing doing? Alright, while we're waiting, he's working on the wheel right at the protocol. That was pretty amazing. Yeah, while this is chugging away in its very unique way, let's go look at some interesting happenings across the line here. We have some pictures. I want to look at these pictures in a little detail because they're pretty amazing. You've got a usage counter. This thing here looks like it looks like that's a usage monitor. So does it tell you how many hours it's got on it? Because mine doesn't have that, and I'm not sure how trustworthy it would be anyway. 04, are you serious? I mean, it looks super clean, so I can believe it. I could actually believe it, because this is like super wicked clean. Well, you can keep the counter on. I mean, yeah. No, I get that, but I think the number is probably trustworthy. It's like these. you've got a whole load of gunk on it, but that's just tape chad. It's not really anything bad, and the springs look new, and the whole unit looks new. That's extraordinary. And a dialer. Yeah. Oh, your case is a bit beat up. That's sad, because these are hard to replace. But what's his name? The guy Paul in California who has a warehouse may have one of these. Yeah, and that's pretty low tech. I mean, it's like this is no more high tech than a phone. Nice. Okay. Yeah, there's not much extra circuitry. There's just a dialer. Wow. Although this thing to the right, this is new. This thing to the left here, the car with the big resistors, that's the standard driver. But this thing to the right is probably the dialer circuit. What? You can't have an RJ11. I guess for the phone, right? Has to be. Wow. So, is there a date stamp on the side on the end of the motor? Because that's where my date stamp was. Yeah, and here the H plate that's in the middle, you can see down beside the little screw, that rocks backwards and forwards. And if the alignment is wrong, then you have to adjust like between the keyboard and the printer. There's a slightly subtle alignment. Yeah. So tripping the H, there's an alignment thing that is how the keyboard releases when it's cycled through and go to the next character. And the alignment can be a bit subtle, and I could never get it right, but then Wayne fixed it for me. And you've got some nice keys. You've got an underscore and the modern ASCII. Yeah, serial number on the casting. Awesome. I don't know if there's an index for those things. Oh, and yeah, your print hammer is a bit gooey. Lovely. Completely gooey. But it's like this thing's never been used. Well, hardly. So did you oil it yet? Did you give it a good rubbing down with oil? Because it looks like it's new. It's extraordinary. We're up to a megabyte. Python pip installer is nearly completing. I think it was restored by Pete Lancaster. Yes, that would make a sense. Yeah. So I'm not really scared of oiling these things now. Like, just the oiling instructions are ridiculously detailed, and they say oil this one and do a mixture of oil and grease for this one, and the important things are the ones that say don't oil, but they're fairly obvious, I think, once you get to them. So my strategy when I oiled this down was basically oil the felt pads, oil both ends of all the springs. So when you have springs like this one, then oil both ends of them, and oil the main bearings, and get inside of the motor and oil the motor. Now on the motor itself, I'll see if I can point. You see the two mounting screws to the left of the motor? down there, kind of diagonally, there's a shaft that you should be able to fit an oil pen. I have one of these kind of oily pen things, and that fits down the side, outside of the motor, and there's a little oil point. There's one on each side, and they're angled at like 45 degrees to the base. So you get the angle like that, and it slides in, and you can drop in some oil. And the oil that I'm using is, it's just a light sewing machine type oil. It's a Starrett. And yeah, I've got loads of it. A lifetime supply in here, and I use it for all sorts of things. So yeah, it's like super light. It doesn't smell too much. It smells a tiny bit. And maybe I could oil paper tape with it. I might actually try that. It won't do any harm, I guess, to put some oil on there and leave it to soak for a week and see what happens. Yeah, it's not really soaking in. Anyway, it certainly won't do any harm. It might get rid of the musty smell, because it really does smell a little. The yellow stuff smells, doesn't smell oily, it smells musty. It's very distinctly different. But the mustiness, part of it is exacerbated by the package, I think, had been left out in the rain at the post office or something. It's like when I picked it up, it was soaked through, and it also looked like a dog had been at it. Alright. We've made progress. We've done 100% on that thing. Oh, come on, Python. I think the Python stuff is already... It's like... This bot is actually running. So we have everything working. So the bot's running. What I want to get to is like this thing clear, and having the bot like say things on here. That's my goal. We'll get there. All right. Okay. Thanks for the link for that. That's really, really awesome. Now, the other thing that you put up in the link is the Wheelwriter bus protocol, and this looks kind of interesting. 9-bit serial with start and stop at a stupidly high baud rate. Oh, and it's a single wire. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, don't worry. It's totally usable. It's just, it got a little damp around the edges. The last bit indicates that the previous bits designate a recipient of the... Oh, it's a whole smart thing. Oh my goodness. You have analyzed the protocol. Wow. Oh, that's serious work. And you've got horizontal and vertical micro steps. That's like a whole other thing. My goodness. Love it. Alright, let me go here. We're going to get through this whole thing. I think I'm going to turn off the noise for a little, because it's not doing anything useful. It's just bashing against the paper. So let's turn it off, and we'll turn it back on again in a second. Got to give it longer than that. Oh well. Haha. The Wheelwriter is kind of documented in the programming manual. Okay. Yeah, it sounds ridiculously complicated, actually. I mean, it sounds like there's a real protocol with a bunch of stuff going on there. So nice. Okay. I'm very pleased about this one. This thing here. I'm so pleased with this. Because I can hopefully take this SVG and just copy it up to the wheelwriter, copy it up to the laser cutter and have it come out on tile, and then I can tile my whole bathroom with paper tape skulls. Like whoever, yeah, that'll be a gold mine. Just what I always wanted, a bathroom full of paper tape skulls. What a kitchen. I mean, the possibilities are endless. And there's hearts, and yeah, all of that.
Okay. It's still going really slowly.
For some reason, I think my buffer is not draining when I turn the machine off. Oh well. What can you do? I think, yeah. I think that's fine. We just have to sit and wait. Yeah. So this oil has soaked in really nicely, actually. I think it's going to work perfectly. It might even force out some of the dampness. I'm going to leave that under the light, and it'll dry, and I'll have pink and yellow smoke. Alright. Well, there we go. So for anybody who's joined recently and wants to know what on earth is going on, we're just waiting while this thing installs some Python packages on my Amazon server, which doesn't even need them. And I wonder, could I just like go here and see who else is logged in and just kill the connection to that thing? I could. I mean, I could like this one here. I could just like force that thing to go away. This one here. And kill the SSH connection to Amazon. And it's still going. Yeah, it's killed the connection. But it's still going. Oh well. Yeah. I think that's it. I think we have succeeded. I am encouraged by the ETA. He had said that for like ever. Alright, I think there it is. What I need to do though is like force it to log back in again. And I'm going to do this from here. Nope. Let's try that again. Oh, it's gone. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. How about restart the whole machine? This may or may not work, because I'm trusting that it's going to get back on the Wi-Fi and choose my phone's Wi-Fi. And if it doesn't choose my phone's Wi-Fi, then it's not going to have internet. So we'll see. Okay, we're logged in. Okay. And here we are. I was encouraged to. Let's see if this works. Yes. And ooh. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. My bot is saying GPG2 was not found, but I don't care because the Amazon bot is working just fine. All right. It's working just fine. Okay. Now. Okay. Right, so everything's working. I think everything's working. I better just edit my to-do list and move stuff down to the bottom. Lines 1 and 2, I'm done. Line 4, I'm done. And line 6, we haven't got yet. And the switch bot is running in the background. And then I can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the end of the file. And I tried to get this input stuff working last time, and I gave up on it because it was super difficult. So I gave up on it. But that's enough for now. Done. I suppose I should edit that thing and remove the GPG2 was not found error by like implementing a stub. We respond friction. You say friction. We respond friction. I wonder what that means. It sounds like a poem. Awesome. Okay. Alright. So, yeah, let's edit the Twitch button and get rid of this GPG2 thing. Because, it's going to annoy me otherwise. And, I can cheat here by going to look at the web. Ah, that's interesting. Did it like restart or something? I don't know. So TwitchBot here, the version that we're at now, I think. Yeah, I deleted all of this thing. So let's go to 71 and let's put this back in. I should show you what I'm doing, because otherwise it's like a little boring. I'm typing in basically a copy of this Python function, except it's not going to do anything. It's just going to... I think that's enough. Okay, let's try it. Okay, that works. Cling GPT-2, and now it doesn't complain. It just ignores it and passes, and meanwhile, the one that's in Amazon is going to handle it and come back with some text. And probably not any interesting text, because it doesn't have history. But it's going to come back with some text. Yes! That's it! It's that simple! Yeah, I think you're right. Absolutely. It shouldn't need to be asked. So what do you think? I mean, should we just have it, like, contribute continuously? Like on a schedule? Yeah, I think maybe we should have it continuously, like if we've been idle, it can do it on a timer. We could do it on a timer every few seconds. Or if it's been idle for too long. Yeah, I totally agree. Because prompting it is really just like for debugging, isn't it? But this means I would have to learn. Yeah, we can do like a random delay or something. Like a random interval between 1 minute and 2 or something. But now that means I've got to learn how to do like async I/O Python programming properly, because the async I/O stuff really confuses me. See ya! That means thinking. But I think absolutely, I think you're right. That is the next thing to do, is to make it contribute automatically. Because otherwise, yeah, we're like pushing stuff in there. I love its comment though, yep, that's it. It's that simple. Because that's exactly it should be. It should be totally simple. Alright. So, how do I... Oh no. I wonder who Craig is. And depressing. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, we need to put it on a time on a timer. I don't think my async.io editing skills are up to doing this on the Teletype right now. I think I may have to go away and noodle on this offline on a regular PC. And then once I've figured it out, come back and we'll do it. Because then, yeah, it can run continuously. Okay. So, nope. Oh, I'm running a foreground, don't I? Again, the input side of this is going to be important too. That right now it's running in foreground, but it's not taking my input and sending it because we just disabled that because I couldn't get it working. So there's a whole project. Okay. One last thing then. Signing off. A song. I want to get a song from that bot. Yeah, absolutely. It needs to just chime in here. Maybe anything that has a question mark on it, it should just chime in. Because that would work. A newsletter, a forum, email, website design. Maybe that's an easier way to do this, actually, is I don't need a command like pling GPT-2. Instead, anything that has a question mark in it that is not from itself, it can go respond to. That should work. So if I look at the code for AWS bot, it's super easy now. Or it's really short. It handles this ready event. It handles a message, and this is just going out to the no-hup out. And it's saying if it starts with a pling, great. Otherwise, handle commands. Yeah. Oh yeah. If it's not starting with a command pling, then it prints the message. And we don't even need this on the AWS version. But we can say if it's got a question mark in it, then do the GPT-2 thing. This. We can just call it. That might be worth experimenting with. Do you want to add it from here? I think I'm going to leave this running and then see if we can turn it on. Because I can connect to this thing from the terminal here. I can connect here from the terminal without any difficulty. And in the ASR33 bin directory, maybe I can even use VI. Yes, I can. So then I can say, if I get a message, I don't need to print this thing. And I'm not even going to do the wait for message thing. But I am going to say GPT-2. I'm going to... Oh, is there a context? There is not a context here yet. And something weird is happening with my internet. Something completely bad has happened to my internet. Something really bad happened to my internet. Like, all of it went away for a large amount of time. But nothing happened. You didn't miss anything. It just, like, entirely froze. Oh well. I wonder, yeah. I'm running an expensive business here. I've got my AWS bot running on a super GPU machine that's costing me 75 cents per hour, and I'm running my personal hotspot on my phone, and yeah. Anyway, it seems to still be working. Maybe that would be another thing. Yeah, we're back. Yeah. Maybe I just gotta save this for another day. I think I know what to do. I want to have this just respond to question marks, so that it really is interacting with us. It's just doing it its own way, answering questions, because what else are bots for? Yeah, anyway. Meanwhile, I think I'm going to sign off. I'm super tired. It was too much stress not having any Wi-Fi and then figuring it out. So, anyway, for normal Motorola service, this is it. The big one. This teletypewriter email combination is truly world-beating. Yeah, it's a communication device, so we can communicate with anybody in the world, even if they're on Amazon and it's doing the right thing there. So the wonderful, the slightly vintage Teletype Model 33. I'm going to sign off. So, yeah. Thanks, Russ. Expect a package in the mail, because I'm gonna put it in a plastic bag so it doesn't get like trashed in the rain or anything on the way to Oregon. But I'm gonna send you a little box like this. So that should mail out tomorrow with any luck. And so there we are. I actually got 2 packages in the mail today, and the other one's super exciting as well, which was a little package with some paper tape from Eric. Another streaming gold program. Awesome. I am very pleased to be doing this. It's kind of silly, but it's a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you next time. Cheers.